Hi there, I'm Paul Mitchell, speaker and author, and today I want to talk to you about Dr. Barry Oshry from Power and Systems. Beautiful man, beautiful humanitarian, great systems thinker. First met Barry and his wife Karen in Cape Cod, where we do a tremendous workshop called the Organisation Workshop. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, some of the work of Barry in regarding power and systems. So here's Barry's cut on organisations. Well, have you ever seen, or maybe you've got this yourself, what they call a dotted line? You know, dotted line reporting relationships. That's around a lot these days, isn't it? Or then there's straight line reporting relationship. Or then there's no reporting relationship. Or the one that's really around these days, matrix, where everybody reports to everyone and no one's accountable to anybody. Well, I want to make it more simple for you. I want to give you a way of looking at organisations, and I know it's not like this in the real world, but however, a lot of organisations are structured this way. First of all, they have the condition or the world of tops. Now notice I didn't say position, and there's a reason for that, and I'll come back to the end. But let's just talk about the world of top. What is the world of top? You might be in the world of top yourself. This is where you're setting the direction, you're setting the pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-year strategies. Overall accountability for the success of the organisation. Then you have the world of bottoms. Now, of course, you might say, well, I don't like that world, but the reality is many people feel they are in the world of bottoms. And the bottoms are maybe the frontline people, the implementers, the doers. They're the ones that make it happen. Then in the middle, we have, funnily enough, the middles. And what are the middles? Well, the middles are coordinating, of course, the strategic direction of the top and the work of the bottoms. And then they're bringing it together. And that system, if you like, that organisation, rather, works in regard to the service of these things out here, which is the customer. And this could be an internal or an external customer. All different worlds, all different conditions. The condition of the top, the condition of the bottom, the condition of the middle, and the condition of the customer. Now you're probably looking at this going, well, just a second, what am I? Who am I? Where do I fit in? Are you thinking that? Because guess what? Most people do. In fact, when I run this workshop, the organisation workshop, I love to get the most senior person up. I get them up the top and I ask them, so who are you? And they tell me, and I say, so you're really the top of this organisation. They go, that's correct. I am the top. Fantastic. And then I ask them, do you report to anybody? They go, well, yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I report to offshore to the head of Asia Pacific. So I say, you're not really a top when it comes to that person, you're really more of a middle. And I go, well, I guess when you look at it that way, I am. And then of course I say, you sound a bit confused, don't you? And then I say, what about this person who heads up Asia Pacific? Who do they report to? Well, they report to the regional director. Oh, so I say, you're not really a top or a middle, you're actually a bottom, are you? And they go, well, I guess I am. And then I asked them the final question, look, I'm here today working with you in this organisation, so you're the client to an extent, is that correct? Yeah, so I'm supplying, so you're really the what? The customer, that's right. What's the point? And that's why Barry talks about they're not positions because they are fixed, they're conditions, they're worlds. And we move in and out of those worlds even in a day, even in an hour sometimes. We can go from top to bottom to middle to customer. So what's the point of all this? The point of all this is that when you're in that world without awareness, you start to respond a certain way. You start to respond a certain way unless you get the awareness of what to do in each of those particular conditions. You've got to know what condition you're in, you've got to know what you typically tend to do, and you've got to know a better way of doing it for the service of the whole organisation. So what do tops typically do? Guess what? When they're overwhelmed, when they're overloaded, wouldn't you think they delegate? They do not. They suck it up. They do even more. They feel even more overloaded. What about bottoms when they're sort of a little bit worried, feeling a little bit neglected, passed over? Wouldn't you think they'd find out what's going on in the organisation? How can we help the total organisation even more productively? No. They blame them. You know, what are they doing up there? You know, they don't know how bad it is. What about middles? Very, very powerful role. Wouldn't you think they'd try to get the whole thing coordinated, make it work? Not really. What they tend to do is they tend to become what I call toffee-nosed tops. they side with the tops, or they come rebellious bottoms, they get in with the bottoms, or they surround themselves with so much bureaucracy and paperwork no one can get to them. And of course the other thing middles do is they slide in between. And they go to the tops and they go, okay, and they go back down to the bottoms and the bottoms say something else and they go, okay. So they slide in between. And what about customers? Wouldn't customers start to say, look, here's what I want, stay close to what's happening? No. They often just stay aloof. They stay aloof and they blame it. They blame the business, the system, for not giving what they want. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Is there a better way? Absolutely, because each of these particular conditions has massive power. The power of the top, the power of the bottom, the power of the middle, the power of the customer. And if you own your power within each of your conditions, within that ecosystem, boy, will you get incredible results. So, what can you do? Well, here's the key thing that you can do. At any one time, in any one day, in any one week, in any one hour, know what condition you are in and know that your typical reaction will be. And how do you know what condition you're in? Well, often the feeling that you have at any one time will tell you what condition you are in. So, what condition do you find yourself in most of the time? Top, middle, bottom, customer? If creating partnership across boundaries is important in your organisation, gee, we'd love to talk to you. We've got this tremendous workshop called the Organisation Workshop, which Barry has devised. Go to our website, thehumanenterprise.com.au. You'll find out heaps of information about it. We'd love to work with you on that. In the meantime, please leave a comment below. Even better, join our Facebook page, Paul Mitchell, speaker and author, and join in the discussion. Tell us exactly what's the pond, what's the condition, what's the world that you find yourself in a lot of the time, and how are you reacting in that world? In the meantime, find the passion, develop the skills, make the numbers, make a difference.